Hi. So before I get to what I wanted to talk about today, which is going to be pretty short, there's this Kamen Rider Super Sentai tribute art show that's going on at some gallery. I think it's in LA, and it opens this weekend. And I know I have no reason at all to be disappointed or miffed, but I'm fucking miffed because I am a huge fucking Kamen Rider fan. I mean, I've got Kuga symbol all over my comic right there. I've got a figure art, Agito figure art. I've got a Kuga figure art, and I've got this Kuga Gaia memory special edition that never appears in the show. I'm a fucking Kamen Rider fan, like a fucking freak. Out of all the web cartoonists that you could possibly talk to, I'm the Kamen Rider guy. Me and Joe Hunter. I'm gonna link his shit up in the show notes so you can check out some of the Kamen Rider and Super Sentai stuff he draws. I guess I'm not that big, and I know I'm not well known outside of my small group of friends and stuff, but still, I mean, fucking Kamen Rider. I want to draw Kamen Rider stuff. But there's nothing really stopping me from drawing Kamen Rider stuff. So, every Thursday night, I try to broadcast. I have a Justin TV account, so I try to stream and broadcast artwork and stuff like that. So, from now until I get tired of drawing Kamen Rider, which is never, I'm going to be using that time to do my own kind of tribute to the different writers, my favorite writers, some of the writers of the past, and just geek out over Kamen Rider because, damn it, Kamen Rider's fucking rad and needs more people to pay tribute to it. So, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I have a follow-up from the last video. Last video I talked about improving digital comic sales and things that I could try to kind of improve my digital sales, which are kind of... and Sarah from Rumbirds, which is a great comic, and I'll link that up in the show notes. She uses the pay what you will, or pay what you want model. So basically she has a digital comic of her, I think it's the first chapter of her story, and readers, if they want to purchase it, they can put in whatever amount they want to, like from anywhere from $1 to like $100, which would be awesome. But whatever you feel the book is worth, that's what you pay, and then you get the download. And I think that's a really great model. It's worked for indie games. It's worked for the music for some indie bands, and I think it could do wonders for comicers. So I think I might try that with. I wanted to try that with like wallpapers. So like, if you want this image, you can donate like a couple cents or something, or whatever you feel like it's worth. And then you can download a high resolution version, and you can put it on all your devices and all that kind of stuff. But I might also do that with the comic pack, the digital comic. I'm not sure how to set it up. I know you can do it through PayPal, but the technical aspects are kind of... I need to investigate that and figure all that shit out. So that's something that I might try as well. So it'll probably be sometime in December when I decide what I want to do. Either the offering it up for free and then raising it back up to the $4.99 price, or I might just put it up and say, pay what you feel it's worth. So if you feel it's worth nothing, you get it for free. If you feel it's worth a whole bunch of shit, you can put in a whole bunch of shit. Well, don't pay me in shit, but you get what I'm saying. So this week, this video, I wanted to talk about a question that a reader brought up, and I'm not sure where it was. It was either on Twitter or Tumblr or YouTube or somewhere, and I feel horrible for forgetting who asked me this. But the question was, do you feel that you can be too old to do comics? Because the person asking the question saw that a lot of cartoonists were younger people, and that person kind of felt like cartooning was a younger person's game. And I don't think that's true at all. I think that if you have a story to tell, tell it. And comics is the perfect medium to tell it, and it doesn't really matter how young or how old you are. Now, there are some age-specific things that might prevent you from doing comics, like if you get senile and if you physically can't draw anymore because you have arthritis. Those are physical limitations that may prevent you from doing comics. But as long as you're old enough, if you feel like you have a story to tell, it doesn't matter how old or how young you are. You can tell that story, and you can use comics as a medium, as a writer or as an artist or as both. I was thinking that there might be some generational stories that would be difficult for somebody to tell. Like maybe a 12-year-old wouldn't necessarily get all the nuances for telling a story about a married couple with kids, or like an older couple who had been through, the Great Depression, or things like that. But even then, if you do enough research, you might not get it perfectly right, but you can at least tell a decent story around whatever subject you're coming up with. And there's always that adage that, you don't need to be a murderer to write about murder and to write in the head of a murderer. So, storytelling, I think, is a universal thing, and it crosses all cultures, all age groups, all genders, everything. So if you have a story and you want to tell it and you think comics are the best medium to do it, fucking do it. There's nothing stopping you. And literally, with the internet now, there is literally nothing stopping you. I mean, we're hearing stories now of independent authors who don't even bother going to publishers. They just publish all their stuff online through Amazon, through Kindle, all that kind of stuff, and they're making millions. Granted, it's maybe not the best literature in the universe, and maybe they could have used an editor here and there, but still, they've got stories to tell, and they're telling them, and they're making money off of it. So, what the fuck? That's pretty awesome. So I feel like comics are the same thing. You're never too old, you're never too young. Now, me personally, I feel like I'm starting a little late. I'm 34, which isn't that old, I know. But I feel like I should have been doing this a lot longer. Like, I've done comic-related stuff as I grew up, but I feel like I lost a lot of time when I was in college. When I started college, I started as a history major, and I wasn't drawing as much as I'm drawing now, which is a shame. But somewhere along the line, I picked up the computer and started learning how to color digitally. And I feel like if I had started doing more comics then, I'd be a lot further in my comics career than I am now. Like, I feel like I'm playing catch-up. But who am I playing catch-up to? I mean, it's a bad thing when you start comparing yourself to other people and your friends, and they're like, oh, well, they're over here, I kind of want to be over there too. Your path in comics is going to be your path. You're not going to follow anyone else's path, because it's kind of like there's no set path for comics. And I feel like comparing yourself to other people, I mean, it's fun to see where you stand and to see what things you can shoot for and still achieve. But ultimately, your path in comics is going to be your own. So I really, I feel like I'm catching up, but I'm not entirely certain who I'm catching up to. Like, the mythical me who has been doing comics forever, instead of the me who just started comics in 2000, when I should have been doing it in, like, 95 and shit like that. So that's from a personal perspective. I feel like I'm getting into this a little late, but really, I mean, I've got my whole life ahead of me, and we don't have kids yet, so, there's a lot of things that are yet to happen. Which is just to say, if you're in college right now, and you think you want to do comics, but you're not doing comics, fucking do comics. Get off your ass and do some fucking comics. I don't care if it's in your notebooks or on the margins of your papers while you're taking notes in class, whatever. Just fucking do comics. Don't wait, because you're going to regret not doing comics when you had that bug, I had the bug, I ignored it, and now I feel like I'm catching up, so don't fucking do that. Alright, so that's it for now. I think I've rambled on long enough, and tune in tomorrow. I'm posting this. Yeah, tune in tomorrow. The Justin TV link, which is down there, It's Yellow Peril because I spelled it incorrectly when I signed up, but it turns out Yellow Peril has been taken anyway. So the Justin TV link will be there. I'll start streaming at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to start with Ichigo, Kamen Rider 1, and I'll post the results on DeviantArt and Flickr and Tumblr and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And then I think Justin TV records the session, so you can check that out if you want. But I usually broadcast for an hour. It might go longer because, I want to do something fun. But so check that out, and I will see you guys on Friday. Thanks. Bye.